Hello, my name is Zhatelier and welcome back to another episode of Valhalla Vanguard in Aurora, and we have indeed set up the mines there. We got some of it there, then we got some on Hymir's side. I did a little bit, and then also in Alta we dropped some mines on the Nastran jump point. So we got mines on either side. I mean, these are just the radars, basically. They will let me know if someone transits, but that's about it. One thing I've been meaning to check, actually, is if we were to design or do another missile design, would they have a higher range? If we have a look at this one, for example, because we have increased the sensor text a little bit. Now, first of all, that would actually be a bit higher. In total size, by the looks of it, than 6 now. Oh, right, it needs a bit higher reactor, but I mean, let's have a look. How much of a range does that have? I'm trying to see. 700. Okay, so that would be a lot higher. If we were to lower this to 5, maybe 8, make that 9, and okay, 89, 88, there we go. So it would have 670,000 kilometer range, which is notably larger than what we have right now. Well, about 50% larger than what it currently has, the old mines, so to speak. Now, to be fair, we could do this. It would have at least longer range of spotting the enemy, but at the same time, since the warheads don't... Actually, let me have a look. I'm actually gonna create this design just in case, and there's one reason why I brought you back, and it's not this one. Actually, do I want to? I don't want to create that right now because I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna create it. We will check the warhead real quick. So this has a range of 800,000 kilometers. It's still within the range of spotting, so it does work. Right. So the reason why I brought you back is, first of all, I scrapped some stuff from various wrecks and such, but we are having much shorter increments. I was trying to do a 20-minute increment here, and it only went for 1 minute, which means that there's probably some hostiles, for example, in Nastran or something. Well, at least they are spotting us somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly. Let's actually quickly refresh the map data. No, so we don't actually have any ships in such locations. So yeah, if we go to Nastran, it's very likely that they're firing upon one of these ships here. Meaning that, let's actually... We have the patrol number 3 that is currently still laying some mines down. Instead, remove all those orders, go to Nastran, do a squad transit. We're gonna have to reset all the missiles there once we actually see the enemy, or if we see the enemy. Let's try a 2-minute increment. Nope. Gizana has transited again. They're heading that way. And if we take a 5-second increment... Hold on, if they're heading that way, it might mean... If we go back to Nastran real quick. Might mean that the jump point is somewhere down here, maybe. Potentially, but that seems to be a different survey ship than the previous one that we saw. Let's have a look if our mines will actually take care of that. Vision by 0, okay. Second stage released. We got 16 warheads heading down that way. It's now heading down to 21, so it's trying to head back through the jump point again. Interesting. Well, we should be able to hit that right about now. Almost. And now there's gonna be a wreck. Yep. All of them hit. Chance of hit is 360%. Yeah, the missile speed on these warheads is 38,000 kilometers per second, which is probably even good enough to hit the invaders once they are starting to be a problem. Potentially, at least. And then, yeah, pretty good hits, A new wreck. Now, if this is the same old design, then there's not going to be anything particularly useful that will gain information. I mean, we might get information on certain, like, components and such, but yeah, the mines at least work, we know that much. We're gonna need a dedicated mine layer, though. Or mine layer fleet, really. We need to set up much more mines here. But hey, at least we got rid of one of them. And we did send the other group back this way. Oddly enough, the Nostrand mines, I'm pretty sure if we... Let's not show the event. Those mines did not spot anything. I mean, to be fair, it's only 400,000 kilometers for 5,000 ton ships, and that's less than that. Which is going to be probably about half, so it's 200,000 kilometers. Then we did go a 1 minute increment, so yeah, that would make sense, so that they basically slip past the sensors on these mines. Okay. Well, we'll have to set up a little bit more mines over there, but we have now gotten yet another kill under our belt. And I'm not actually entirely sure when this episode is going to air, but it's probably going to be airing somewhere pretty close when the C# version is coming out. Potentially, at least. I mean, let's... I'm going to do a quick calculation here. From when I'm recording this, there's still more than 2 weeks worth of episodes. It's not necessarily quite yet released, but it's getting rather close. Anyway, what I've been thinking is actually there was some nice idea someone threw on the Aurora Discord, and basically what I've been thinking is, I mean, originally I wanted to do the, like, Soviet style, or Soviet Republic style, since I did stream that a fair bit for a while. These work as a resource of Soviet Republic, so something like that to spread communism, so to speak. But there was a nice idea about doing essentially plasma carronades only, or not necessarily only, but plasma carronades and boarding parties and such. So what I've been thinking is I could make like a huge system with 4 stars, and each of them having at least 1 NPR in there, and then I would be on, like, playing as a kind of a pirate nation, trying to have my industry work on salvaging the enemy ships, so to speak, that I destroy. I'd be hiding in an asteroid belt or something, and then just use, like, plasma carronades, and maybe some sort of like anti-missile capabilities, or maybe like a little bit goals or close-in weapon system or something, so that I can defend against the enemy missiles. But the idea would be that it would be a huge system where the NPRs would have a lot of ships moving around, and I'd try to take them out bit by bit and try to stay hidden. Of course, there would be other systems as well, but like that would be the homeworld system, basically. And the fact that I'd be living on an asteroid or something like that, that might make it quite interesting. But anyway, let's keep on going instead of getting stuck here. Just taking a few of these shorter increments just to make sure that nothing happens. And no, nothing happened. Right, and still need a bit more before we reach the start of the day, but that was rather good that we placed those mines, because otherwise that ship would have jumped in there and then jumped back out. That's basically what would have happened. I mean, to be fair, if he had escaped, then these mines on this side would have actually engaged the enemy. Let's have a quick look at the fleet here. So we know that the Spike 3 has fired once. Are there... Ready to fire, okay. We haven't set the second one to fire, but they are still carrying, I believe, altogether 16 more missiles. Right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set you go through Chimera jump points. Then launch missiles at the Nastran jump point. Then since you won't be able to transit right away, might as well go and refuel at the whaler fleet at Chimera. We're actually about to get a carrier soon, our very first Rommel, which means that we'll then, I mean, we have built a fair bit of unsung, so we can use the Messin fighters in combat potentially rather soon. Now, to be fair, they're not necessarily all that great, but we'll see. I mean, they are fast, that's for sure. Right, so refuel from over there, then I'm going to move you back through the Nostran jump point. Then you're going to move back to Alta. And you're going to move to this Joffen jump point, and well, I'm going to give you the launch orders then, because I'm going to have to manually set these other one to actually be firing the missiles, so it will take a few moments. But yeah, so far we've destroyed, I think, like 7 ships from the NPR, potentially more. But it should be a rather significant amount of resources. Well, not necessarily huge amount, like it's not going to cripple their economy or anything like that, but it will be a nice boon for our economy, that's for sure. Ah. Okay, one of the survey... Oh, one of the captains on the survey ships apparently got that. Oh, right, we should probably activate the event again. But yeah, we also have only one TUC currently active, because the second TUC went to kind of rescue one of the survey ships that we had in the Nebula, which accidentally we got to put on the refueling order, so it kind of ran out of fuel. Not entirely out of, but like we stopped the engine essentially. Oh, another 280 points of infrastructure on Mimir. Then some mineral shortage. And yeah, that's about it. Some training bonus goes up. So far so good. We should be getting the carrier... I don't remember, was it end of December or start of January? Anyway, rather soon. I think it was December, actually. Civilians are still constructing colony ships, but they won't be able to use them anymore, because we destroyed the colonies, and we're not going to colonize anything else in Humir, just so that we can keep the civilian shipping to minimum. It's not going to be completely out, but it's at least going to keep the game running slightly bit smoother, because we do know that we have 3 NPRs, as far as we can tell, which is going to slow down the game a little bit, but the fact that the civilians aren't doing anything is at least alleviating the problem a little bit. Okay, there's still a little bit uranium shortage on Mimir, but that's about it. I mean, we can... At this point, I want to check how long until we get the... Okay, it is start of January, and then we are going to get a colony ship on April. On February, we're going to get another whaler. We are not building extra whalers after this right now, mostly because we are running very low on Mercasium. We do have some freighters that are going to bring in, but it's going to take a while before their rotation brings them to that. Basically, we have a fair bit of Mercasium over here, 6,000 tons, and of course, also in Moonin we probably have a tiny bit, because Moonin is okay, 100 is not very much. We should probably bring in a bit more miners here, actually. Speaking of which, let's have a quick peek at our harvester node here. We do have 2 fishermen here. Now, to be fair, we could send them on their own, potentially, but I don't know, it's not necessarily the best idea. I mean, it's gonna take a while, and the tasks that we have, task number 1 is currently carrying another whaler to Nostrand. Oh, it has been tasked with taking the fishermen as well. Okay, never mind then. Taking 1 to Valaskjalf. And 1 to Alta. Okay, that works. And if we look at the whaling fleet, so we got the Alfheim whaling fleet, which has 1 million liters of fuel. It's good enough for the survey ships going around, and we actually have set up one of the survey ships to actually refuel here. Then in Humir we got almost 10 million liters, it's not too bad. Then Nostrand we got another 9 million, and Sjoffen we got 6 million. So we do have some fuel reserves now, especially since we have been conserving a lot lately. So that's at least not that big of a problem right now. As long as we're not using all our military ships at the same time, it should be fine. Oh, okay. We got an abandoned mine on Mimir. We got 400 points of infrastructure and 900 wealth. Not too bad. And civilian mining colony on Alta B Astro 189. Let's have a look. What do they have there? Yeah, 3 mines there. No Mercasium. A little bit of everything else but Mercasium and Neutronium. At the same time, it's not that huge, really. Well, it would be a good idea to mine those, but at the same time, what we need the most they don't have, and we kind of do need to get some of the wealth, so we're going to let the civilians find this. We do have, I mean, we're buying stuff from, well, this one is actually a good purchase over there, and we are mining a fair bit of resources on our own over here in these 2. Over here it's well, actually only 1400 tons. Over here it's almost 6,000 tons per year, which means that there is a stockpile piling up, but that's not really a problem. We'll get another mass driver here eventually, once we have freighters available to do that task. Oh, Mobile Infantry Battalion trained on Mimir. Excellent. That means that there's going to be a bit less things requiring uranium on Mimir, which means that the Longbow 5 that has been there for a long while will be built soon. We've got another Brigade Headquarters trained on Valhalla. Excellent. Another Crown Forces training facility on Mimir. Okay. They really want me to train units there. Right, but let's have a look at the troops here. We can set up another brigade over here. Pretty sure that you can only have 4 of a brigade. Luckily, you don't need to switch that. So we've got 4 mobile infantry brigades. Should be good. And the transports that we will be building, actually I think we are already building at least one, have room for 6. So there's going to be one of those and a replacement battalion. For the most part, I think. Oh, actually speaking of which, let's add in one of those and maybe another one of these. Right, and next increment, we're going to get our carrier. At least we should. Oh. Okay, evidence of particle beam strength 2 found on wreck of Gaza. 80 research points of particle beam strength 2 gained. Then active sensor data. Oh, actually not data, it's just components. 1 active sensor, 2 fire controls, 1 nuclear pulse engine, 3 reactors, and no mineral salvage by the looks of it. No minerals. So we kind of wrecked that one completely. But that's fine. I think... yeah, the salvager does have other stuff to do. I mean, it's basically dumping all the stuff that it gets to Njord and then going back to salvage another one. And that's keeping it busy for the time being. Also, it's giving us some nice resources for Njord by when we scrap all the minerals. All the components, rather. Okay, overhauls on spikes 1 and 2 have been completed. Nastrand, okay, so Tug 1 released the ship. We got ourselves the capacity recharge rate 5, and research into max engine power modifier 2.5 commenced. We did get the Rommel 1. Excellent. And it's been assigned to the patrol reserve. So we're gonna have to figure out those fighter wings there. But first of all, let's have a look. So we started on this max engine power, which is good, very good. I'm gonna need for better, faster missiles. Now, is there anything else that we've queued up for it? Omar... oh, we started researching, or queued up the research for the fusion reactor. It's actually not a bad one. Although... oh, also, we did design the better mine over here, and we have designed the closing weapon systems 200. That's also not a bad one. Now, I don't know if we actually have that one. I don't think we have that one queued up anywhere. Over here we are working on a lot of that, unless on Mimir. We got the magazine. Okay, so we're not actually researching that right now. That might be a problem. I'm pretty sure that we do want to get the closing weapon system soon. And then of course that mine is also useful. It's not a crucial one right now, but I do want to get that research and build enough of them to defend our systems against the invaders. If we can, I mean, it's not a foolproof system, but it might be good enough. Right, so the fighters. Right, let's we can have 5, I believe, on... Oh, right, new wing. And assign to Rommel. And recover them, excellent. Now, if we have a look at the Rommel itself, real quick here. So it should have the ships. I don't think it's gonna have room for anything else, but that's fine. Patrol reserve, Rommel is there. It has a fairly high thermal signature. Oh, we got 780. Oh, right, we did lose one against the precursors. That is very true. Now, I've never actually used a carrier successfully, so I'm not entirely sure what it entails, but if we have a look at the ship itself, parasites. It should have the ships, but it might not have updated yet. But yeah, the parasite capacity is 2,500 tons. I will probably look a little bit into this between the episodes, since we are well over time already. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.